Hi guys! I'm Donnelly Joyce Omol and I'm here to discuss what corporate governance is all about. So, to begin with, the question would be, what is corporate governance? Corporate governance refers specifically to the set of rules, controls, policies, and resolutions put into place to dictate corporate behavior. It also provides a framework for attaining a company's objectives. It encompasses practically every sphere of management, from action plans and internal controls to performance measurement and corporate disclosure. Now that we already know what corporate governance is, let's talk about the key players involved in governing the firm. So I have here with me is the corporate governance framework, and I will discuss it to you guys one by one. So the topmost part of the framework belongs to the shareholders, as they are the owners of the corporation. They have ownership rights in the shares of corporate stock. Normally, they do not have any rights to be involved directly in the company management. Their connection to the company is typically via the board of directors. Under the shareholders are the board of directors, which are elected and appointed by the shareholders and will serve as their representative in the company. The board is tasked with making important decisions such as corporate officer appointments, executive compensation, and dividends policy. They are also held accountable to the shareholders for the day-to-day operations and compliance of the firm. With that being said, the board of directors establish 3 committees and appoint people who will manage the firm. The 3 committees are the Audit Committee, Compensation Committee, and the Nomination Committee. Audit Committee is a central pillar of effective corporate governance and is in the best position to offer effective oversight of the performance, independence, and objectivity of the auditor and the quality of the audit. Next would be the Compensation Committee, who is responsible for establishing performance measures and specific targets, as well as evaluating the executive's performance against those goals and objectives in conjunction with the termination of their compensation awards. It has the ultimate responsibility to oversee the development, implementation, and effectiveness of all pay and benefit programs in achieving the intended results while meeting the goals and objectives. And lastly, the Nomination Committee, who are responsible for identifying suitable candidates for various director positions. They are also the one who will evaluate the board of directors and examine the skills and characteristics needed in board candidates. In short, the Audit Committee, Compensation Committee, and Nomination Committee will report to the Board of Directors. To keep it short and direct to the point, management can be defined as the one who carries out what the Board of Directors want and help implement their decisions. The management, particularly the CEO, leads the organization in keeping with the board's direction. The duties of management include 1. Making operational decisions. 2. Making operational policies. 3. Keeping the board of directors informed. And 4. Bringing well-documented recommendations and information to the board. One of the responsibilities of the management is the establishment of adequate, effective, and functional internal controls to improve corporate governance processes. An internal control is a process or procedures for assuring of an organization's objectives in operational effectiveness and efficiency, reliable financial reporting, and compliance with laws, regulations, and policies. It also plays a vital role in detecting and preventing fraud and protecting the organization's resources. At the organizational level, internal controls objectives relate to the reliability of financial reporting, timely feedback on the achievement of operational or strategic goals, and compliance with laws and regulations. At the procedural level, internal controls refers to the actions taken to achieve a specific objectives. Internal control procedures reduce process variation, leading to more predictable outcomes. Since internal controls can only provide reasonable assurance, not absolute assurance, that the objectives of an organization will be met, audit mechanisms are needed. Audit mechanisms is an independent, objective assurance and consulting activity designed to add value and improve an organization's operations. It helps an organization accomplish its objectives by bringing a systematic, disciplined approach to evaluate and improve the effectiveness of risk management, control, and governance processes. And with that being said, it is the responsibility of the internal auditor to monitor and test the internal controls' efficiency and effectiveness, and to ensure that management acts in compliance and conformity to predetermined standards. After having an assessment and monitoring of the internal controls, the internal auditors can only provide reasonable assurance, not absolute assurance, that the objectives of an organization will be met. The concept of reasonable assurance implies a high degree of assurance constrained by the cost and benefits of establishing incremental control procedures. And lastly, the control environment is the foundation on which an effective system of internal control is built and operated in an organization that strives to 1. Achieve its strategic objectives. 2. Provide reliable financial reporting to internal and external stakeholders. 3. Operate its business efficiently and effectively. 4. Comply with all applicable laws and regulations. And 5. Safeguard its assets. And that's a wrap. Thank you for watching.